Mechanical, wireless, RGB, compact, and affordable, all things that describe the Redragon K559 wireless gaming keyboard. Is this the next gaming keyboard for you? Let our Redragon K559 wireless gaming keyboard review help you decide. While this is a cheap RGB wireless gaming keyboard, in regards to quality, it is anything but. This is a 60% 70 key wireless gaming keyboard that weighs in at a staggering 1.63 pounds. It is made up of a plastic construction, and while the exterior is plastic, there is a metal base plate. Hear that ting? That means it's metal. So it is very durable. The compact size of 70 keys means it is only 14.33 inches in length, 6.02 inches in width, and 1.42 inches in height. While the keyboard itself is the main focus of our review, inside the box you also get a Type A to Type C USB charging cable to charge this wireless keyboard, a Redragon sticker, a directions instructions guide that is really only helpful for helping you figure out all the different RGB lighting modes that this thing has, and a keycap puller as well as a switch puller. This is hot swappable and you can replace the switches. It comes standard with red equivalents that you may or may not break, so they also include 4 extra of those. Now that we've talked about all the ancillary stuff, let's get down to business and get this thing hooked up. To actually get it up and running for the first time, you'll need some sort of charge, so you can charge it by plugging the Type A connector either into your computer or into any type of wall USB charger apparatus, and then plug the Type C USB cable into the side of the keyboard. You'll also see an on-off switch as well as an indicator light for charging. Right now it's on red, so it's charging, not fully charged. Once it's charged, that goes off. The on and off switch is only applicable if you are utilizing the wireless connection. If you have the keyboard directly hooked up to your computer via the USB cable, you can simply use it that way. But who cares about that? This is a wireless gaming keyboard, so we want to use it for wireless gaming. We're gonna pull this cord out, go to the back of the keyboard where there is a USB receiver for the keyboard that magnetizes in for storage. I really like how it's flush too, so good for travel. Some other things to highlight while we're on the backside are the foot stands as well as the non-slip pads. So if you get a little serious with your gaming on a wood desk, laminate desk, this won't slide around. Stands down, take the dongle, plug it into your computer. We will turn on the keyboard. Bada bing, bada boom, we are connected. No software to install, this is ready to go outside of the box. Same thing with all the RGB lighting controls. That is simply done by key commands that are already hard programmed into the keyboard, nothing needed on your computer. 2 things to note on the wireless connection. First off, battery life. This will last for about 30 hours with RGB lighting enabled and 60 hours without RGB lighting. For me, I've used it for the past week on one charge and I haven't had to recharge it the whole time, so overall battery life I think is very much on par and meets expectations for this keyboard. The second thing is the actual wireless connection itself. It uses a 2.4 gigahertz signal that is okay, and there's a reason why. So with my desk setup, I have my monitor, my keyboard, and then my desktop is actually on the floor next to me, which means there is some interference, physical objects in front of where I had this plugged in originally and the keyboard, meaning that unless I had the keyboard in a certain position, it wouldn't connect. So what I had to do for my setup is actually utilize a USB extender and bring that up to the top of my desk. Once I did that, the connection was fine. That is something to note though, because you're buying a wireless keyboard because you want to use it wirelessly. Do know that you may have to make some accommodations to actually get a solid wireless gaming connection. Now that we've got a connection established, let's talk about inputs. Before we do that, we got to wake the keyboard up. It will go to sleep to conserve battery. And we can talk about the red switches that come shipped with this keyboard. These are a linear switch, much quieter than my normal keyboard, which my roommates appreciate. And these are good for gaming, good for typing fast. It did take a little bit of getting used to having no tactile bump at the bottom, but the linear switches are very satisfying for typing fast. I've played the typing speed test a lot. My record is 92 words per minute. Can you beat it? Comment down below. So if you're looking for something that's a bit quieter than a normal mechanical gaming keyboard or some of the more popular ones on the market, I would definitely check this out. It's still good for gaming, good for typing, you'll like it. Especially if this is your first mechanical gaming keyboard, this will be a whole new world compared to the membrane keyboard that you'd used previously. Sorry to those people that still use membrane keyboards. I was one of you. I've been enlightened. If you, for some reason, don't like the red switches but still like the base, in my opinion, if you don't like the switches, don't buy the keyboard. Just get the keyboard that you want with the switches that you want. However, if you love this design, you can actually swap out these switches using the keycap puller. You can pop off the keycaps, very easy. Got that. And then you can actually pull out the switch. You can replace broken switches if you would like. Pull those out, and now you can put in a new one. And since you'll probably bend the pins putting this one back in, just like I will, they've included 4 extra, which is really quite nice of them. Let's try and swap this back in. Now that we've got the keyboard back together, we can talk about my favorite part of this keyboard, and that is the RGB lighting. This far exceeds the RGB lighting capabilities of any of the keyboards that I've reviewed previously, so it's been a lot of fun playing around with this. There are 18 different modes plus 1 custom mode, which I will show you, that are built into this keyboard. You simply use the FN key and then pair that with the INS, delete, page up, page down, and home. Is it called INS or should I just be saying ins? I don't know. FN, and then you press one of those buttons. You can cycle through 3 different modes per each button, and 3 times 6, that's 18. Included in those 18 different modes are a number of static as well as movement-based actions, and lastly dynamic, which actually react to your input. You can configure some things in addition to those modes, like the direction of the movement. You can switch by pressing the FN and then the left arrow key. You can also adjust the brightness level with the up and down arrow keys paired with your FN key. And last but not least, you can switch the color. There are 9 different colors that can be configured per key, not just zones, per key, which is definitely unique compared to some of the cheaper RGB gaming keyboards that we'd reviewed. And those can be switched using the FN and then the right arrow key. While the standard modes are great, you want unique, you're unique, your keyboard's unique. How do you do that? You press the FN and then the tab key to get into your own custom mode. That will bring it up, but you do it one more time, FN tab, to actually get into the configuration space. What you can do here is press an individual key, and then you can use the FN and the right arrow key to make that key a different color, or you can make that key blank by pressing it again. But you can go and configure the whole keyboard to be whatever pattern you would like. If you just want certain keys lighted up, lit up, whichever it is, you can do that. If you want the whole keyboard off except for one key, you can do that. It's custom mode. After you've gotten your configuration complete, you'll press the FN and then the tab key one more time. That'll save it, so you can go back to any of your normal standard modes, and then when you want to get a little spicy, go to your custom mode, you press the FN and tab key. RGB lighting, I love it, you'll love it. It's another one of the things that makes this keyboard great. If you're looking for a cheap RGB wireless gaming keyboard, I would definitely recommend the Redragon K599 wireless gaming keyboard. We'll have it linked in the description below. This is a great entry-level wireless gaming keyboard that features red switches that are great for typing, great for gaming, a little bit quieter, decent construction with a plastic exterior and a metal plate, as well as replaceable switches, which you don't get on a lot of keyboards in this price range. And lastly, it's wireless. Any keyboard right at the $50 range that's wireless and has all these other things, it's a good deal. If you have a keyboard that you think is a better deal than this one that we should review, please comment it down below. If there's any questions that we didn't answer in the video, we'll still have this keyboard. I'll probably be using it for the next couple weeks until we get another one to review. Please comment those questions below. Hopefully we can help. Lastly, if you could do this for us, we'd really appreciate it. It means the world to us. If you go down and click that subscribe button, it supports the channel. Make sure that you don't miss out on any future content. We're going to be changing up our videos here in the future, doing more projects, more giveaways, more things to get you involved as a community. So please come join the 3411 Heaven fam. If you enjoyed the video, found it helpful, don't forget to drop a like. That's all I have for today, folks. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you in the next one. Bird out.